Hi everyone, this is the second video part on virtualization component. In first part, we have created a sample by using some fake data. In this part, we are going to make it more dynamic by consuming a web API. So here I have already created a web API. This is my endpoint where I am having around 700 records of the to-dos. Let's jump into code of the web API. It is very simple. I have created an endpoint where I'm getting all the to-dos data, all the to-dos data from the table. Nothing else I am doing. I am getting all the data from the table. After executing, my content will be like this. It is around some 700 records, I think so. This is the my bulk API where I am going to use the virtualized component to make it render more easy and efficient way for the users. So let's jump into our application uh, where we can make our code for writing code for API consumption. So let's create in API in Blazor for consuming API. We can use different types of techniques. Here I am using typed HTTP client technique, which means a specific class can be created to the particular domain. Here I am going to use the technique. So let me create a class to consume the, let first make the folder name as client APIs, API client. Okay. Now here I am going to create a class called, let name it as to-dos client.cs. Okay. Let's get started to some code. Spaces API clients class to-dos client. Okay. Constructor. Let's inject HTTP client. Let's create a local variable for HTTP client. So let import some namespace system.net.http and now inject it to our constructor. So let's assign it to our local variable. Now we are going to create a method to fetch my API. So let's create a method public. Let's make it void for now. Get all to-dos. Okay. Before going implement the method, let's first create a model that is going to deserialize our JSON data into a typed model. So let me create a models folder. In that, let me create a class called to-dos.cs public class. Sorry, first declare namespace. Virtualize models. So indent it and create a class, public class to-dos. Shift Alt F. Let's cross check the properties ID, title, and completed. So let's appear them here. Public int ID public int title. Sorry, this is string. Okay. And this is bool completed. So that is our model class we are going to use for deserialization of JSON content. Now let's to move our to-dos client class and let's make it async task dot collection of to-dos as return type. Let them import here. To-dos need to be imported. Okay. System.generate is imported. Models is imported. Okay. And use HTTP client dot get from JSON async. JSON async. This is a new extension method of the HTTP client like system.net.http. We can observe here in cpros. This is the extension method where we can write a single line of code to fetch the data and serialize it directly. So here I am trying to use that extension method. Let me try it. Yes, system.net.http JSON. So here I am going to pass my endpoint link. Email link. Here I am not going to copy the whole URL. I am going to copy only path of my endpoint because domain name will be registered in the program.cs file. That will comes in later steps. So for now, first copy my path. Okay, and it should be awaited. You can see with single line of code fetching and deserializing it and returning it can be done. So this is the beauty of this latest extension method system.net http.json, which is by default coming in .NET 5. If you are using .NET Core, you should be install it. But okay, and so that's it. We have created our client. Now we need to register it program.cs. Let's register it. So if you observe here, HTTP client is used in the scope. This is used for our displaying the fetch data page where it uh, fetches some forecast data. It is default. So if you want to use this technique, you no need to create the separate client like that. But this is like a simple approach. Simple approach, and it is one kind of approach for calling the APIs. But here I initially mentioned that here I am going to use typed client where typed client itself says it is designated to one particular domain. My particular domain in this example is localhost.6001. So now I need to register it. To register it, I have to register service like add HTTP client. So let's try that. So in Blazor server, you won't find the startup.cs. Every configuration will comes under program.cs file. Builder service dot add HTTP client. So here we won't get add HTTP client. We need to install one extension library that is Microsoft dot extensions dot HTTP. So if you are using Visual Studio, go for package manager command. Here I am going to use CLI command. Just copy it and go to my program, and I'm going to use another terminal. So copy here. So it will take some time. So it is installed, I think. To confirm it, we can check here. So this is here. Microsoft extensions.http has been installed. Now go to our program.cs file and let me zoom in. Okay, I think much better now. Now try to add HTTP client. See here, HTTP client. So here we have overloaded method. I am going to use the type declaration type. Here I need to specify the class name while registering. So that's why it is called. So let's define our to-dos client here as a type. To-dos client and import it namespace. Yes. And here we are going to register my domain name. Oh, sorry for that. Kind of options. Options dot base address. Here I'm going to give my API domain name, which is this one. So that's it. So you should give inside of the new array. Yeah. Okay, let me get rid of this issue. Let's remove this. Yes, we are done with our client API configurations. We have completed that one. And now we need to inject it in our index.razor page and consume the API and assign the data to our virtualized component. So before doing that, I need to do some imports to make to access them easily in index.razor page. So here I am going to import my model and the typed HTTP client class here. So let it be like copy this and API clients, and then I'm going to inject my to-dos model namespace also, so I can easily access them in my index.razor page. If I don't specify the imports here, I need to give fully qualified name in the index.razor page. So copy this and import models also. Yeah, that's it. And now we can go to my index.razor page. Let's minimize this terminal. And first step is, since we have already registered our to-dos client in program.cs file, it is now available for injection. So it is a razor syntax to inject classes directly using @inject directive. So I am going to specify type of the class to-dos client, and I will name it as underscore to-dos. See, since I have specified my fully qualified names in import.razor file, here I am simply giving the to-dos.client, or else I have to give fully qualified namespace, something like BW, like that I need to specify. So here we no need to specify, just I am intimating you. Okay, that's it. I have successfully injected my to-dos class. Now I need to update my code, like just make it as to-dos type, and let's get rid of this entire code. Let me assign to-dos as await to-dos and get all to-dos my method. I'm going to invoke. That's about the C# code changes, and let's go to here. Add some two more headers, like name it as first one as ID, title, and completed. So here we're going to get three more TD tags. Here ID, see context variable. Now it is a object type, so we can access using the context variable name our model properties. Title dot completed. So that's it. Now let's start my app. .NET Watch run. Takes some. That's it. Build is completed. Let's check our website. See. Let me refresh it so you can understand this loads from our API. So please check this XHR to view the API calls. See, this is my get all. Here I am fetching all around 700 records. You can check it. So similar way, in first video we will inspect the data how it is rendered. So you can see the first element rendered is 1002. See, this is the first tier after the div tag. This div tag is rendered by the our virtualized component. So end tag will be the like 1023, means around 21 records only added. So let's scroll this up and try to scroll our page content. Let's see this. After some scroll, now the top one is 1007, 1002, 1003, 1006 up to 1006 have been vanished from the HTML. Now the starting item is 1007. Now if you check the bottom item 1028. So based on scroll, it is dynamically rendering around only 21 records will be available in the HTML. But based on the scroll and visible area, it will render all our data, means around 700 content of data. It is dynamically rendered parts by parts, not rendering whole 700 records. So it is makes our HTML more lightweight, and we cannot find any lagginess in the UI. So that's it, guys. I think it has delivered some useful information about the virtual component in this session. In the next session, I am going to explain about item provider, where it is a callback method. So any suggestions or any comments regarding this video, please mention them in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it. Bye guys, signing off.